I mean, when you go back to say, well, what were the primary causes of the downturn in the market at the end of the year? It was really, worries about the Fed hiking too aggressively, and that was going to push the U.S. into recession prematurely. Obviously, the worries about the Chinese trade talks, and you may throw in, maybe some worries about global slowing, primarily I say China and some of Europe. So you've got, at least on the Fed side, obviously some good news that has continued to come out, that they've really changed their tune around, I guess now saying very much patience around future rate hikes. And also actually threw in kind of a bonus for investors in terms of talking about that they would adjust how much they brought down the balance sheet of the Fed if in fact they thought they needed to do that.
So what we need is just a little patience. Is that the thing that's resonating right now with the markets, this idea that the Fed is pretty much on hold for the time being? And if so, what gets them out of this holding pattern?
Yeah, no, I definitely the view is, well, now there's not as much of a worry. I mean, I think futures are pricing in, very little chance of hikes anytime soon. We think you might get a hike toward the end of the year. Again, assuming you get the economy to continue to grow, we think it will probably grow somewhere around 2.25% here in the U.S. If you get that, then yeah, you might get a hike towards the end of the year. But the market honestly wouldn't be upset about that, because we would have seen decent growth. We wouldn't be so fearful of falling into a recession here in the very short order. But we'll see how that plays out. I think the good news is it's off the table, frankly, for at least some amount of time.
So if it's off the table for some amount of time, then where should investors be putting their money in the marketplace? I've seen a lot of action, bullish action, as of late anyway, in financials, perhaps other cyclicals. Where are you overweight right now?
Yeah, and I think it's kind of very similar to where we were thinking. I mean, certainly we were more excited about them when they really threw them away at the end of the year. But I still think you look towards, even you mentioned a couple of the other ones, which we do like. But consumer discretionary, I think, is good. I think people underestimate how good household balance sheets are. And as long as we continue to get some nice job growth, which certainly it looks like, the ADP numbers look good, I think we'll get good payroll numbers here at the end of the week. So I think that's another place to continue to look.